Let's just get started because I'm already 10 minutes in. I'm sorry. I messed it up somehow. So we're at... Where are we at? We're at... Post... Oh, no, it fixed itself. What? Cool, thanks. And now you're like way wider. Hold on. Hold on. Really quick. What did I set this to? 500 by 350? There we go. You know what sucks too? Is that at least for this very specific page, right? This part of the game that gets used very often, I had you guys over here, and that's just white on white because it's the window. We're here so often, it's annoying. Of course, it never works out the way that we want it to. Anyway, all right. Let us... Cool. Let's play the video game. Sorry for the wait. So after what had happened was we failed the train heist. We failed the train heist. We got bamboozled into doing a train heist, which everybody was so excited to do that nobody was like, nobody ever questioned why they were doing a heist to begin with. And then all of a sudden, yeah, also we met Yuki Kaiji. Oh, we met what's it called? Herlock Shlomes, which is always something I have to think about before I say it. Shlomes. Game's a bit low. Thank you for mentioning that. I appreciate it. Okay, that is technically streamer recommended levels. How is that? There you go. All right, I put a little bit higher than that, I think. Oh, look at regular Cardia smiling. Let's go. You're one to talk. No, guys, go off. It's okay. Oh no. Oh, I thought this was like way after the heist, but this might be just like a few days after. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe you yelling and holding a gun to his head might have ticked us off a bit. Will you? Yeah! This is the part I'm more interested in. Give me the Koyama character, always, 100% of the time. I guess everybody else hasn't failed, right? It's only like Impy and Lupin who like get into shitty situations and then get out like barely scot-free. Van Helsing is so adept that he's pretty much handled every situation he's ever been in on his own. And then Victor's only been recently been put into this moment. Oh? Don't say it in nerd speak. Oh no, it's gonna be something stupid, isn't it? I actually love Saint Germain. I agree with Saint Germain on a spiritual level. I don't want to like, you know what Saint Germain is? Saint Germain's like me in the sense that like whenever I went to concerts and stuff like that, or like punk or ska or like any sort of like concert that usually has like a mosh pit of some sort, right? I never wanted to be in the mosh pit. That seemed like far too much work and far too dangerous. But what I wanted to do is be right outside the mosh pit so I could see all of it happen right in front of me. And then I could just like have a beverage. Yeah, I want to watch. That's a part of the festivities. But I don't want to like necessarily like be in it. And that's where how I feel Saint Germain is. Like Saint Germain feels like he's not necessarily wanting to run into the mosh, but he's willing to supply the situation that creates the mosh. He has that energy that you just gotta love, right? Like you really do. Oh, hold on one sec. Oh, I think I figured out why this thing is being bad on the green screen. Okay, that was it. Now the top of my head's facing out, so we can dial this back a bit. Cool. Alright, all fixed. But yeah, I am very much like Saint Germain in the sense that like I love messes, but I know in no way, shape, or form want to be a part of them. Oh no, I'm broke. Time to rob a bank. Of course, because you're the smart guy. Or are we all broke? Not just you. Everything before this, we used to just have a big pile in the middle of the room and just grab from the top when we needed it. I need to shoot more people. I hope we're robbing a bank. What is that face? What is that face, Victor? You guys were broke to start. Casino rob? I'm done to rob a casino. No robbing? Darn. Can't we rob some rich? We're thieves. Can we rob some rich people who don't deserve the money? Oh no. Don't say that because it's probably your fault. Yeah, there you go. Oh. What? How many rounds are you using? Okay, yeah, but still, it's mostly salt. I know what a box of bullets costs. I also know what kosher salt costs. I know what kosher salt costs. And kosher salt does not cost that much. Because it's a collective. Oh, the Himalayan pink salts. That's like $2 more than like regular kosher salt. Yeah, maybe it's like actually imported from the Himalayas. He's so sad. He was like, I have to bring this up to everybody because it's a pressing matter, but it's also partly my fault. That sounds about right. Everybody's just pointing fingers at each other at the dinner table like, well, you guys spent this much money. A chunk of what people cook on or those lamps could be expensive. Lamps? What do you mean by lamps? I'm like blanking right now. The salt lamps? Why am I... Do I not know what that is? Oh, I've seen these things. Yeah, okay, I've seen these. They're actually salty? Did you like lick it? I mean, I don't blame you, honestly. What that is, that's just you just have to know for science at that point, right? Otherwise, how will you ever know? You licked it because the owner told me to. All right, well, you know, you were told to do so. So. Yeah, when it's like, maybe what if it's like one word of italics, it's like not that bad. When it's the whole sentence, it looks like it's literally falling off the page. Thanks, Saint Germain. Alright, well, we're either stealing money or food. I can't shoot people. Wait. Yeah! Yeah, you always see that fun part in like any gun, like guns like Van Helsing's, where they're lever action and they have a butt that goes down like this, right? Or hold on camera. It goes down like swoops down like that. It's very often that they'll hold the opposite side of it and use it like a shillelagh. That is a very common thing that has happened with guns like that. Time to rob a bank. Oh god, ain't that the truth? San-chan. Oh man, I love that Saint Germain has already he's made these boundaries very set. Oh my god, look at the smile. Oh god. Oh god, if he opens his eyes, you fucking run. But Saint Germain is ready to sell you over the art.
If man will not work, he shall not eat.
That was really well done. That was really well done. That was like, I'm impressed with Hirakawa. Like that was not only good enough, it was well pronounced. Yeah, see? Ah, me and Helsing are on the same page. What? Wait, that's a crime? Yeah, okay. You're a thief. Okay. I'm broke, Lupin. Me, not you. I'm broke. Help me. If you don't want to steal for yourself, steal for me. We are others, yes. Yeah, go be a bounty hunter, I guess. Oh my god, Lupin! All of a sudden we have ethics and morals. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If there is only any way we can make a large sum of cash really quickly. I don't know, Helba. I'm with you. I'm like, this guy is a gentleman thief and won't steal when we need it. Yeah, now we have morals. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, this guy, Lupin. Now we're going to the classifieds and we're fucking taking regular jobs. While we're trying to run away from government organizations, we're gonna have to, like, put ourselves out publicly and regularly. Brother, you are like 15 years older than those girls. Everybody's like, yeah, the teaching, that seems reasonable for anybody in this group. The Adele and Brutus firm has received a note informing them of the intent to rob this annual's outdoor auction. Oh, we're gonna be thieves? Thieves that prevent thieves? But what if we also work with the thieves? He's this guy's making thieving have a bad name. Thanks, Victor. Oh, 10 million pounds is quite a bit, even today. I don't think the entirety of London had 10 million pounds in the 1850s. Yeah, this is definitely a trap. How's it going, Frozen? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. I thought the way that this was gonna go was Lupin put the hint in, and then he was gonna be the protection as well, right? So they would get the job and then get the money, but not have to do anything. It'd be really easy. But at the same time, like, somebody would take that, like, they would take that, and then there would be an actual, like, set of thieves who show up. I am of the thought that this is a trap, because yeah, like, all of London did not have 10 million pounds. But I also might be looking into historical accuracy for, like, no reason. Yeah, you're right. He's right. I don't know about that. Most of what we've done so far has been illegal. Mm-hmm. Are you telling me, Barry, that they didn't put their feet at the spine of women and pulled back on the laces of corsets in order to stress how much they were trying to tuck everything in? What do you know about this, huh? What do you know about this? Van Helsing seems broody. That's the whole statement. You can just repaste that over and over and over again. Like, oh no, he's being broody again. Oh, I didn't mean to move the whole game. I meant to move chat. There you go. You know what? Actually,
逆にその腕を見込んでと許可が下りた。過去の栄光にすがるわけではないが、この名前もまだ通用するらしい。
吸血鬼戦争の英雄。
it's like the only place anybody's gonna be able to be read properly.
当然の判断といったところでし
So
ょ
I
う。
might as well just leave you guys down there. Oops. Sorry, I know I keep like moving everybody for like no reason, but like I keep looking at my own screen and it just bugs the hell out of me.
バカ言うな。こんだけ高額の報奨金だぜ。誰が譲るかよ。
あの程度の連中気にかける必要などない。
Yeah, oh my god, let her do it. Let her do it. Let her do it. Let Cardia do it. Can I get the Cardia fight scene? Hey, how's it going? Hello, guy from the very beginning of the game that I totally forgot who he was. Lionheart.
普段は王族の護衛をしてるはずだけど、知り合いなの？
Oops.
さらうってウェールズでのこと？それってやばくね？
She was in Wales? Oh, I didn't know that. Did I know that?
心配すんなって。俺もお前もあの時とは格好が違うし、まず見た目じゃ気づけねえさ。
Yeah, she looks cool now.
それに
No one's gonna notice her.
俺たちどころじゃなさそうだぜ。
随分とお高く止まったやつが来てるじゃねえか。お上品な舞踏会なら他は当たるんだな。
They didn't mention it offhand. Okay, then I missed it.
なんだと？
Yeah, fight him, fight him.
絡まれてるね。
やれやれ。時と場合を気にしないとああいう目に遭うんですね。状況に合わせた格好をしなければ。それサンちゃんが言う。
I was about to say, Mr. fucking watches on everything.
バウンティーハンターの皆様、本日はよくお集まりいただきました。今回の懸賞金支払い条件についてご説明させていただきます。
説明が始まったようだね。
All right.
臆していても始まりませんし、行ってみましょうか。ご心配なさらず、私たちに近寄ってくる輩は絶対にいませんよ。
おい、あれ、ヘルシングじゃねえか。
Isn't that dude with the gun? Oh crap.
英雄ヘルシングか。吸血鬼戦争じゃ。もう一人の相棒と二人で吸血鬼のアジトを壊滅させた。
Oh, partner. Ooh, he had a partner. Who's his partner?
マジかよ。さすがは人間兵器だな。
My guess right now is that like Lionheart actually was his partner.
こりゃいいや。バン様々だな。
And now they're at now they are at ends. Or it's fucking what's his name? Herlock. Herlock Shlomes. But that seems unlikely.
つまり本日のメイン商品となるノスフェラトゥのサーベルのオークション中ということです。どのようなことがあろうともオークションをつつがなく進行することが私ども商会におけるこのような不届きな輩が二度と現れることのないようこの盗賊に制裁を与える必要があります。 手段は問いません。できれば生きたままで。不慮の事故はなるべく避けるんですが、その時はその時考えましょうか。
なるほど。デッドアライブなわけね。それでヤードの連中はいないわけか。
You're not supposed to say you can bring them back dead. You're supposed to say bring them back alive, and then when you bring them dead, you're like, oh, it happens.
早い話が見せしめということだろう。マフィアは誇りを何より重んじる。それをコケにした盗賊が許せないんだろう。
Oh, the firm are supposed to be mafia? Okay, that makes way more sense.
レオンハルトさんがここにいるのは案外それを見越してのことかもしれませんね。対象に手傷を負わせないため、またはヤードで保護するため。
Bring him to the yard. What yard? Can they refer to that yard? The yard. That's what we call it. That's what we call it.
僕が宮廷錬金術師として働いている時もかなり真面目な人だったからね。伯爵の考え当たっているかもしれませんね。
It's like how oh shit, it's the 5-0. Do like people in England, they go, oh crikey. No, it's Australian. Ah, blokes, it's the yard. Scrap. I shouldn't be making fun of Brits, but I guess here we are.
皆様には今日これよりオークションに出品される商品すべての警護をお願いします。
Oh no, my voice acting career is in the dirt. How sad.
盗賊を捕らえれば1000万。生かして捕らえれば倍の2000万をお支払いしましょう。
I don't know, 10 million sounds just as good as 20 million. Especially if I have to let go of the rigmarole of keeping somebody alive.
先ほど言った通りだ。拷問の末に殺すことで我々に手を出す者はこうなると周囲に知らしめる。
All of my talent, I guess, with my voice has nothing to do with accents. It's all weird sounds. Darn it. And here I was trying to do aspiring to be a incredibly famous Gaijin Seiyu. It's all over for me now.
ではやめましょうか。
Hmm?
どうにもこの類の方たちの考えは苦手でして。
I wouldn't do a French accent. Not while you're around.
あなたの言うようにこの場で受け取れるのは血に汚れた金銭です。
Oddly well thought out, Saint Germain.
いくらルパンたちの責任からここにいるとはいえ、私の屋敷で生活する以上、そういったもので稼いだお金は使ってほしくはありませんね。ですから今回ばかりは貸しにしましょう。
Ah, how nice of him.
いつかゆっくりと皆で返してくれれば構いません。
それはつまり伯爵が僕たちの生活費を
Yeah, any other guns and stuff, we're gonna have to create or find some other ways to do it. But at least for eating, it's not gonna be bad. And now it's gonna be hard to leave, right? Otherwise, there'd be no point in this at all.
安心してください。今回の取り物、皆さんにも参加してもらいます。
Huh?
も金の問題が解決するなら参加する意味ないんじゃないの？
ええ。ですので、貸しには条件をつけさせてもらいます。
They're gonna catch the dude and set him free? Yeah, there you go. Or not free, but turn him over in a safe manner.
これを成し得た時には皆さんの当面の生活費を私が
Saint Germain just gave us a freaking MMO quest.
随分と善人じみた真似をするな、伯爵。どういう風の吹き回しだ？
Oh, Hirakawa's doing like such an incredible job in this. Mia, I am 100% with you. I think Hirakawa's like killing this.
ただ、
Hmm?
私の屋敷にいる心優しいお嬢さんが悲しい顔をしていましたので、それがきっかけかもしれませんね。
Like, you see? Like, we didn't even get to this line, and this line was killer. Hirakawa's really killing, Saint Germain.
持ち主に支配者としての幸運をもたらすという曰く付きの一品でございます。見てください、この鮮やかな文様。現代にはない古代アステカ文明の洗練されたセンスと卓越した技術を。
I'm sorry, Mia. Let me ask, because I'm probably not gonna go back through the common route in great detail. And I don't know if it changes that much. If I were to pick before that, like, I think that it's a good idea instead of thinking that it's a bad idea, back when we were back at Saint Germain's place, would that scene still have happened the way that it did? It doesn't change? Okay.
500万だ。
I didn't think it did, but I thought it would be cool if it did, sort of thing. Guess it is hard to write like that, though, I would have to say. I do think, I was thinking about this a while ago, though. I do think it would be pretty cool if you could write multiple branches to things that would eventually lead to, like, similar points, right? Like, let's say you were to, sort of like, if you were to go to, like, with Van Helsing, on the train, or we were to go to with Lupin, right? If you were to go to Van Helsing's group, you get, like, a different perspective. If you get a Lupin's group, you get a different perspective, but you end up in the same place, right? But, like, do that, like, way more. So that, like, there's a whole, like, different perspective that you're not seeing.
心配はないだろうな。例の盗賊はこれ以前の盗みでは今日以上の警備を。
And that way you sort of keep the idea of like writing in a way that gives you the ability to make decisions but still lead into the same place for ease of consistency, but you still create the illusion that your decisions like have some sort of, you keep that illusion, but it's a little bit greater, I should say. The illusion that your decisions are changing the way the story works. Because I think at this point, like, as long with, like, long-term Otome fans, like, that illusion's, like, almost completely gone, obviously, because you just realize that, like, you play a game twice and it has 2 new lines. But I also understand that, like, writing a common route this long and then having it have decisions and having it branch constantly is like almost impossible without like thousands of hours of work onto making a story decent. There's other games too, right? Like especially like even games that have decisions that end up mattering in the end, but it's usually like everybody assumes that their decisions are branching out from like one place, right? And it just keeps going out and out and out and out, and there's like extremities at the ends, when rather it's just like, yeah, it's very much like an Otome in the sense of like it's tallying up a point scale, and then when you get to the very end there's like one of 3 decisions sort of thing. Because let me tell you, if you didn't write like that, it would take a lot more time to fucking write, and games don't have that time. Mass Effect, I mean, I'll say Mass Effect partly because I've played Mass Effect and I know Mass Effect is popular. Mass Effect is a perfect example of this, where there are so many decisions, but in the end, like, yeah, they lead into like, it's actually it's 3 things. It's the Paragon route, the Renegade route, and then a locked route that is only available if you have a certain amount of Renegade points or you have a certain amount of Paragon points, right? And so those decisions, and usually those decisions end up culminating into 1 or 2 different things, and then that just gets to a just adds a point towards the very end. So you still feel like your decisions matter because they technically change the very end. But it's less, sorry, I shouldn't say it feels like it matters because it feels like you're changing the outcome at the very end. It's more like you're causing it to oscillate. Yeah, I actually really disliked that, like, about the Mass Effect games, is that the gray area was just completely shot. If you're gonna make a branching game like that, you have to make the gray area, like, matter to some degree. So, like, not being able to unlock any of the game unless you, like, went full Paragon or full Renegade was kind of annoying, because it just meant, like, there's no leeway, you know? There's no, like, you can't be like a Renegade most of the time and then some point be like, but I like the Paragon route better here. I mean, I don't want to talk about how Mass Effect 3 ended. I think Mass Effect 1 ended the best. But even then it was kind of a... Yeah. Man, maybe Mass Effect is more of an Otome game than I was. Maybe it actually is an Otome game. I was just joking most of the time. It's yeah. That being said, oh that's a new voice. Oops. All the bounty hunters are like, yes, finally. That's Koro's actress? Really? Oh, it's a kid. I guess I should have put that together when they said he and Barry said actress. Like, who plays young boys other than women? Oh, that's a... He's a vampire. Or I am... But he's so good. Oh, what was the show he was in this season? Hold on. Is he not in anything this season? Oh no, I might be thinking of somebody else. Who's playing Izumi in Hold on. Shikimori. Good news, he's in Jack John. Well, that is good news. Oh, Shuichiro. It's the guy who plays the main character in another anime that I'm watching. Who might be relatively new to voice acting. Seems to only have he only has 3 what's it called? He only has 3 credits. I thought he was him. That guy's really good. If anybody is watching Shikimori, he's not just a cutie. I guess that guy, he's in 2 shows this season, and the first show he's in, he plays like a pretty monotone character, and he does pretty good because it's a character with like very little memories, and he's sort of like learning stuff as he's going along. And then he's like, and then in Shikimori, he's in Shikimori, he's playing like a really cutesy but like ditzy kind of character who's like constantly gets himself into like bad situations but is always trying really hard. Okay, so he is a vampire. Okay. Oh, apparently this voice actor Mio Ishigami is in Lover Pretend too, she's as a side character. That's nice. I like her voice quite a bit. I was trying to see if they've done anything, but like it seems like for the most part they just do Otome games, surprisingly enough. Oh, they were in Girls on Panzer. Okay. Yeah, a pretty small amount, pretty small list of work, but still. Hey, Katusha, thank you for stopping by. Never trust little vampires? Yeah, because they're like 700... This character's like 700 years old, right? Oh, I guess he would recognize that that's a vampire. I'm always so curious on how vampires are portrayed in every different game or story, because you can always just do so much different stuff with them. Alright, he's kind of cute though. We'll talk about that later at the house. Oh, hey! That's the first time they've done that. I like this a lot. He's kind of cute. Delacroix. How'd you say that? I'm gonna mess that up 1,000 times. Delacroix. Okay, so I thought it was Croix, but he said it different. Oh, he might have said it too fast. Delacroix. Croix. Delacroix? 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 Oh my god. Ugh, that sounds awful. Delacroix. Whenever I try to make new sounds, my mouth just feels like it doesn't work. Delacroix. Ugh, it feels like my mouth isn't working properly. It breaks down to the French of the cross. Oh, okay. Della for of the, and then croix for the cross, or for cross. That makes sense. I only know the Della part from Spanish, but I guess it's all Latin. Yeah, that's everybody's reasoning for taking care of the last anything. Titan, take the kid in. Take the kid in! We need a vampire on the team. We need a vampire. CC needs somebody to play with. When we're all running out going to steal things. Deli. Deli is way easier to say. We need the new son. Yeah, we need the cute little son that everybody likes. But he's also got like this, he's also Deli's got like really big eyes, and he has like this little cheeky smile that he does right now, so you kind of just want to like mess with him a little bit. As opposed to Karya. Karya's like had so much difficulty being self-assured that you're just like, I want to take care of him at all times, and I swear to God, if anybody hurts Karya, like they're gonna get drop kicked into the sun. Whether he punched somebody into the ceiling. But like, not that Karya can't handle himself, but like, you know, you don't want him to. You don't want him to have to deal with it. Deli is more like you kind of want to tease him a little bit. Oh yeah, no, like it's anything happens to Karya, like you're getting thrown into the sun, easy. We won't have to have the conversation of, oh, if Karya can't handle it, there's no way I can. But you know, it's for another time. Oh, fisticuffs! Look at me throwing the hands up. Although in this situation it's a little bit different, because Karya might be able to handle Deli, considering that he can't really touch her. Now that everybody's in a panic. Job well done.
あの子供放っておいては何をするかわからない。
Oh, this truck's pretty good.
その手を人の血に染めることも
They probably used it again, but I'm...
あれはそういう目をしている。止めなければいけない。
Yeah, but how much of that is that your name is Van Helsing? You're like, I can see it in his eyes. He's gonna do something crazy. And you're like, alright, Van Helsing.
待て待て、落ち着けって。まともに追いかけたところで、あのおちびちゃんには追いつけねえよ。
Yeah, he could probably also like jump over buildings.
それに、バンのやつもらしくねえ。あんな熱くなるやつじゃねえだろうに。一体、心配すんな。不愛想メガネだろうと、あいつは俺たちの仲間だ。放ってはおかねえよ。今から先回りする。
先回りなんてできるの？どこに逃げるのかもわからないのに。
任せとけ。超一流の泥棒紳士、アルセーヌ・ルパン様を信じろ。
Oh. I love how Van Helsing was just added to the original novel because Graham was like, Dutch people are are alien to the British nobility. No way. That's the whole reason why he's Dutch? God, and then, well, I guess originally, Helsing now is like whatever he can be. Funnily enough, that also Helsing itself, like, Helsing is one of my favorite animes I've watched in the last couple of years, because that's something that skipped me when I was younger, but I watched it maybe 2 years ago and I freaking loved it. That was like... we watched Helsing Ultimate, but yeah, Helsing is so good.
なるほど。犯罪者心理ということですか。さすが。
そういうこと。俺たちとは別の足音。距離が近い。もうすぐだ。
Helsing the character in Helsing Ultimate, just mwah. What a freaking character. She's the fucking coolest. She's like one of the coolest characters ever. But like all of the main characters in that show are really good.
なんだ貴様ら。まさかあの場所から追いかけてきたのか？世に追いつける人間がいるとは驚きだな。
Yeah, I'd heard that Abridged was very much stop and start. You can tell because like Wakamoto's performance in the first 5 as opposed to the last 5 are very different. Because like Wakamoto's performance in the first 5 are he is fucking insane. Like Wakamoto in the first 5 episodes, like, is a legit one of the, like, craziest characters I have ever seen ever. And just... Yeah, he's... That might be, like, my favorite Wakamoto performance, is, like, the first 5 episodes of him doing, Alexander Anderson.
できれば僕たちは君に自首をしてほしいんだ。もちろんマフィア相手にじゃない。信頼できるヤードの人を僕たちは知ってる。その人に事情を話して
The studio actually shut down? The studio who's making Ultimate? Is that what you mean? Sorry. Also, I am also a big fan of taking famous works from shitty people and changing it into something way better. Because they don't deserve it. So who cares? Yeah, that first, like, there's that first fight scene with Alucard and Anderson that I just think is, like, Wakamoto's best performance ever. It is just, like, blows me out of the park on how incredible it is. Oh. Yeah, sorry, I did that really quick.
あなたが壇上で宣言したように人を殺しその手を血に染めるというのなら私たちも遠慮なくあなたを捕まえることにしましょう
I actually found the Hellsing abridged by the dub creator tracks. They actually mentioned it there how much they like it. How much they like abridged?
しかしもしまだ迷っているの
Or how much they like Wakamoto.
まずは私の屋敷でお茶でも飲んでゆっくりしてみるというのは
Because I am also a very, very big fan of Wakamoto.
冷静な判断が下せるかもしれませんよ
Oh, the Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. Gotcha, gotcha. You know he was in Kageki Shoujo for like one episode. I popped so hard. Oh, it was really funny though. Like he doesn't, like, you know, Wakamoto doesn't work as often as he used to, obviously, because he's just fucking, I actually don't know what he does. He doesn't need to do anything anymore. I hope he's the richest person on earth. But he's whenever he's in something, I just like, I do the Leonardo DiCaprio meme every single time because he's just like, oh yes, what a treat. Oh man. Cardia being like, ah, you finally caught up, and then Hellsing just no-selling it like, I don't like being the third strongest person in this situation. Like, second strongest person in this situation pisses me off, but I can handle it. Third, unacceptable. Oh. Son of the dragon? You've taken the name of your father, who was the dragon. Oh, he's actually just Dracula. Alright, cool. That's what Dracula means, son of the dragon? Oh, cool. I had no clue. No! Hellsing, we can't afford you use guns!
前はこのままでは闇に落ちる。私と同じように。
Oh, foreshadowing.
貴様が知ったような口を叩くな、バンヘルシング。
It doesn't feel like the story calls for it, but I really feel like there should be an Alucard somewhere.
悪いが、私はまだ死ねない。
見つけたぞ。こっちにいる。
ヘルシング。
We'll settle this later. I am. When it's like, whenever I get a vampire story that includes Dracula, I need Dracula, I need Alucard, and I need Helsing. Alucard was invented by Castlevania. Really? That's so cool. Which is based on Vampire Hunter D. Whoa! I didn't know that. God, Vampire Hunter D. That is a name I have not heard in so long. Katusha, let me tell you, as someone who had never been into visual novels aimed at male audiences, like, that's entirely why I am into otomes. Like, I love romance, don't get me wrong. Like, that is a big part of liking otomes for sure. But a lot of it is that I feel like the stories are much better written. They're far more interesting. In Otome's world building feels far more important. Like, it feels like that when Otomes are made, they're trying to envelop you into a world so that when you, let's say, I guess this is supposed to be the idealized version of what they're trying to sell Otomes to, is that like when you take the embodiment of being the character, that you can see yourself in this world and put yourself like in the shoes of the protagonist, right? That's why it's the case. And as opposed to visual novels aimed at male audiences, it feels like it's just trying to get from plot point to plot point. You sort of set up the story really quick. Not even really quick. You just set up the story, and then you get from plot point to plot point, and you're trying to basically, like, just push the narrative along without sort of, like, taking care of anything around that story. And one of my friends actually showed me a video not too long ago, where and it sort of kind of put together a lot of the thoughts that I had about like how shoujo is different from shonen. And like one of the things I said, like I think a couple weeks ago, was like shoujo, I feel like as its core takes care of characters. Like there is like taking care of a character's, like not just like in terms of like giving them plot points, but like taking care of their feelings and emotions and making them matter and moving them along with the story, as opposed to like a shonen. A shonen usually likes to pick up, like, I'm going to use things because I'm a visual learner, like usually likes to pick up like one or two things, right? And like you carry those along with you throughout the story. Yes, you might like look away from them every now and then, but for the most part, it's about these like two things, right? And then shoujo tends to not focus on one or two things, but it has, you know, the main character. That's obvious and true. But what they like to do is like to pick everybody up at the same time and move them all along, even if it's one at a time. So it's like, if the main character has some sort of like crazy growth to them, then they move the character along in the story, but people don't get left behind. You know what I mean? People then get picked up, and like, let's say the main character moves along, and then they're going to have to shift their point of view to, let's say, somebody else, like a character or a friend, and they're going to build them up and build their story and move them along and push them forward as well. And maybe they do it all at once, or maybe they do it one at a time, but nobody gets left behind. shonen doesn't necessarily leave characters behind, but rather it's sort of more intermittent. Like, this is a story for this character, right? And this character has friends, don't get me wrong, but it's a story about this character. And this character will move along, and then this character will not have stories that get picked up and move along with them, but rather stories that are surrounded around the main character. So they don't necessarily have to grow in the same way that the main character does, but necessarily just things need to like happen to them as they go along in order for the character to continue on being important as they go along. And like when I watched that video that my friend sent me, the creator of the video pretty much brought up the same ideas with a little bit of interesting ideas of like what creates shoujo manga specifically in terms of art style, paneling, and stuff like that, which I thought was all very, very cool. But yeah, that's why I like shoujo stuff so much, because I love stories. I love stories. And so whenever I think of a story, I think of stories as taking everybody and making them a part of the story. If I'm going to introduce a character, I want them to be important. Or I want them to be, or I should say, if I'm going to introduce a reoccurring character, I want everybody to care about them. I had recently read, I'm almost caught up with it, of one of my other friends shared with me a manga called Skip and Loafer, which is super fucking cute. And Skip and Loafer has a character where she doesn't really like the main character very much at the beginning, because she's pining for the same love interest as the main character, who doesn't know that she's into that character just yet. And like, rather than you just having this character, like, I would say in a shonen show, this character would pretty much be hated up until the very last moment, where then at the last moment, this character would maybe get like an episode or an arc in which you understand the character's background, and then you're like, oh, that's why they are the way they are. I get it now. And then they're redeemed towards the end, and then maybe this rival and the main character are now friends. But instead, shonen, what it does is that rather than have it happen at that very last moment, it actually just happens the entire way through in a very, very slower, in a much slower pace. So then what you realize is like all of a sudden there's a moment that happens, instead of it being this whole like vignette for the character, it actually just sparks in your head at some point where you go, oh crap, I don't like this character. I don't hate this character anymore. I actually kind of love this character now. And it was because at every moment, this character is not left alone. This character is a part of the group, or constantly has lines and story bits for them to sort of bring that character up as they go along. This character in Skip and Loafer is constantly worried about her appearance and is looking at the main character and goes, man, like, I really wish that I could be care as little as she does about her looks and how she visions herself, like in terms of how she looks at herself versus other people. And she sort of envies that, and that's why she doesn't like her so much at the very beginning. But then later on, she recognizes that, like, oh, she's the strong one, I should be more like her, and stuff like that. And you get plot point after plot point after plot point. And then yeah, I was just like really impressed with that writing, because at the end I was like, oh crap, I actually love this character now. This whole time I was like, oh, this character sucks and she's really annoying and mean. But she was never left alone. She was never thrown away by the wayside. She was always there as a recurring character. Yeah, side tidbit. But yeah, Katusha, that's why I love stuff aimed more towards like female audiences. It relates more to me as a person who likes stories. I like stories written in this way way more than I do like shonen. And don't get me wrong, I love shonen. Don't get me wrong. Like My Hero Academia and like stuff like Naruto, like all of the popular shonens over the last few years, I pretty much like all of them. Naruto, One Piece, My Hero, Mob Psycho. Like, I fucking love these shows because they tell a different story. Just because they tell a different story doesn't mean I don't like them. But when I look for something engaging that relates to me just a little bit more, like, it's definitely always been shoujo. I can't say always because this is something I've sort of had to develop in myself as I've gone along as a person, because it's kind of gone from being a high school / middle school kid and not having a lot of confidence in yourself, and I still don't, but like, you know, at least I'm more reaffirming of the person that I am, and sort of recognizing that this is the stuff that I actually like. And just being mad late to the fucking party. Good God, I would have really appreciated if younger Sammy just like kind of didn't give a fuck about what other people said and just kind of really liked anime and manga as he went along through high school years. But instead, he decided that he wanted to act cool and try to be funny and interesting to everybody else, and then like dislike himself most of the time. So if that's relatable, I hope it is. If not, please ignore it. And sorry for the sidetrack. Yeah, high school, middle school, and high school were definitely the times, for sure. Pretty much up until, like, from 12 to 21 years old, I was kind of like, once you realized you are a person, up until, like, I was 21 years old, I was like, good God, that was a mess. Well, I'm glad you liked it, Shelbell. I'm, for better or for worse, whenever I get to these moments where I'm trying to think about these things, especially as someone who likes writing, I need to discover why I like things. I can't, which is the worst fucking thing on earth, because you could just like things, but I really like to know why I like things. And it takes a lot of sort of thinking about it, and then regurgitating it on stream here. Have we? Nobody has been talking. Yeah, I mean, you know, if he's a kid, he could be like 900 years old.
そうだね。だけど、ドラクロワ2世は僕たちを殺すと宣言したんだ。何も考えないわけにはいかないよ。
Oh, Showball, it just drives me insane. I wish I could say it makes me better, but I just kind of like go nuts. At least for the like the exploration of like knowing why I like shoujo and like shoujo versus shonen stuff. It is in the hopes of being able to write stuff in that vein, but you know, that shit's hard.
それってどこにあるわけ？バンしか知らないんじゃね？
それに、これはバン個人の問題でもあります。そうやすやすと彼が私たちを同行させるでしょうか。
そればっかりは本人次第。
I know at some point I know I said it's I was supposed to do some sort of like anime wrap up or like mid-season stream where we just kind of talked a little bit, but that might have to be like 2 weeks from now, because last week was my sister's birthday, and my sister has more than one day for her birthday, so we spent basically the whole weekend doing stuff for her. And then this weekend's gonna be Combo Breaker, and I'm doing commentary on Sunday, I think. Sunday is the 29th. I'm not at Combo Breaker, but I'm doing commentary for a for a 5v5 exhibition for Plus R, which is the, like, at this point almost a decade old game. And then maybe the week after we'll talk about anime, because I'll definitely be caught up by then. But yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, she just fell asleep in the living room. God, Barry, is Victorian rooms like this? Is it just like full of crap? I don't say crap. Like these are all probably like art and pieces and stuff like this. But is it just like filled to the brim with stuff? Okay, I know I'd seen that. In like some period pieces and stuff like that, but like I never knew if that was actually true. Wallpapers are variant in style. My sisters had recently talked about how they wanted to put wallpaper up in their room, and that really surprised me because I was like, I thought people decided that wallpaper was tacky. But it seems maybe it's making a comeback. So I remember there was a point in my life where wallpaper was very cool. And then wallpaper definitely fell out of favor. I guess wallpaper's in again? Okay. A lot of the nobles were known as antiquarians. They collected a lot of exotic stuff. Oh, okay. Everything comes and goes. That's very true. Yeah, I was just quite surprised. I don't really keep up with that sort of stuff, you know, as unfortunately, like maybe my gender should not, as my gender alludes, I don't really keep up with sort of like house design stuff or anything like that. I much prefer like just functional stuff, but you know, it was surprising, so I'm like, oh, okay. I guess we're back to wallpaper now. Cool. I don't know. Putting up wallpaper sounds frightening. Like, I don't like messing up ones and having to like, I don't know. Paint feels easier. Paint you just like kind of slap onto the wall and you try to make sure it's all the same color. Like wallpaper, you have to like make sure it's nice and flat and like it adheres properly and you're not overlapping or making bumps or anything. Yeah, I know a little bit more than I would like, but that's only because my mom really likes house making. Like she really likes like designing and putting together house. Like she's really like the type of person who like looks at a house and goes like, okay, we can remodel it like this and make it like way better sort of thing. So like that's her first reaction to like any house. Yeah, exactly. Like if there's like if I'm putting up wallpaper and like I just see a bubble there, like I'm just gonna kill myself. Play-Doh started as wallpaper remover? What? Did you just slap the dough on top of it? Wow. It seems really elaborate for wallpaper. Oh, Mia, and you could totally cheat with like I feel you, and you can cheat on screen protectors. And what's nice is that they're still small, so like it's all in front of you, right? Like, I can't imagine being on a ladder and seeing like a bubble at the top and being like, all right, crap, It's over.
それがきっかけで終結した。あとはただ残党狩りがあった。
It's really elaborate wallpaper. I imagine it's like really expensive. At least for the time. Oh, the way to cheat on putting screen protectors on. The way to cheat to put screen protectors on is that after you like clean the screen and stuff like that, right? Just put like a little bit more, like just put a little bit more screen cleaner than you normally think, and then try to like put a little bit of more screen cleaner than like they put you on. And then what they do is that you like sort of you look to set it, and then once you've set it like that, like you know where it's supposed to be and it fits well, like try to squeeze out like parts of it at the same water underneath parts of it at the same time, and then like you should be good to go afterwards. Because the point is like the adhesive on the screen protector is not very good. What's really happening is that the screen protector is supposed to be flat to the screen itself, and the adhesive is good enough, but it's mostly that it's just a large surface area that's covering on top of the screen. So it's like it's basically just doing it by what's that word called? Surface tension. It's basically adhering mostly by surface tension. So you can kind of get around the surface tension a little bit by adding a little bit more of that like cleaning solution a little bit and moving it around before you can set. I don't know if it's different now, but that's how they used to do it. And I put a screen protector on my phone like 4 years ago, and then I tried to find a screen protector like 2 years ago, and like I could not find the old ones that I really liked, so I kind of forgoed it this time around.
それがどこまで本当なのか僕にはわからないよ。
Yeah, I generally think that the ones that are like extra glass are kind of crap, but who knows? Like I really like the little but some people don't like the texture of the extra like of the rubber ones.
でもはっきり言えることがある。
Yeah, I did this for Radio Shack, so that's the only reason why I know. Oh boy, look at that. Katusha, that's a fit. That is a fit.
あの戦争に関しては他人事じゃいられなくて。
That's how I go to the opera.
それでもバンは簡単に誰かを殺すような冷酷な人間じゃないと思うんだ。彼が称えられているいわゆる英雄的な
I am not a suit person, so
事実からほど遠い気がするんだ。
those are not for me.
話し込んじゃったね。僕もそろそろ寝るとするよ。君も早く眠った方がいい。
Hey, how's it going? You still mad?
お前か。こんな時間に何をしている？
Oh, we're totally asking. We're totally asking. You're sweet Cardia. Nobody can say no to you. I have an entire Sherlock Holmes style tweed outfit. No way. That's so cool. I don't have anything like that. I have jeans. That's as far as you'll get from nice outfits for me. I have one suit that I wear to events and jeans, and that's it. Other than that, I am in soccer shorts, and you cannot stop me. You're steampunker? Oh, then it's perfect for you. That's cool. I don't know if I have an era that or a style that I like. I like long sleeve shirts. Yeah, I've never been, despite having as many clothes as I do, I think I've said it before that I have the most clothes. Like, I'm pretty sure I have more clothes than all of my sister, like both my sisters and my mom combined. But it's mostly just like 30 different kinds of shirts that I can like wear whenever I want and throw away, and like 20 shirts that I wear like once a year, and like, you know, like 30 jackets that I wear once every now and then, and like 15-20 tank tops that I just wear when it's too hot, and then I probably don't wear them afterwards, and same thing. It's just, you know. Most modern fits were just stylized in the 60s. I don't know if I have a... I don't know. So you're a retro 60s man? Oh, there you go. I'm very... Yes, I am very boring. I went to my sister's dinner in a black t-shirt and black jeans, and then wore my black jacket on top of it with black shoes. This game is keeping, like, is constantly adding, like, different elements to this. It's very interesting. Yeah, wear a random vest. I like vests on girls. I think vests on girls is incredibly attractive. I don't know if, I don't like formal wear all that much, so vests I don't know if I'd find a vest all that interesting, but I've never worn one personally. I have a continuous and intense urge. It looks like I'm sitting in one of the chairs. I have a continuous and intense urge to always roll up my sleeves. So maybe I was meant for a vest. I looted a wedding center that was closing. Oh my god. That sounds like fun. Just get like a bunch of stuff that like doesn't have use most times out of the year. You know, how apt. How apt, Saint Germain, thank you. There was a wedding next to, we went to the beach for my sister and just like, you know, hung out at the beach for a bit. Just even though we have to do stuff, my sister's pretty low key. she still wants people to celebrate it, but she was like, she had her day of like friends and family, and then she had her other day of like dinner with like a bunch of people and stuff like that, right? So we went to the beach on Saturday, and like there was definitely a wedding next to us, and it was just like a wedding on the beach with like 10-15 people there, and it was just all put up on like a full, like one of those folding tables. My sister was just like, and she's pretty low key, but she's also kind of like, that's never gonna fly with me. It was really funny to watch her pick it apart. She thought it was let's say it's not for her. Yeah, you're being really broody. Even more than usual.
あいつらを見習って気を休めておくことだ。
Oh, my friend, you know, my sister was telling me, because one of her Indian friends are getting married, that like a pretty common thing in Indian culture is to actually like make dresses for everybody, so that, you know, all of the like bridesmaids and stuff like that are, well, not everybody, all the bridesmaids and stuff like that are all matching, but they're all like, but they're also made, like they are made for the person, which is like freaking crazy. So they're none of them are the same, but they're all made for those people, but they're all still matching. I was like, that's the coolest shit in the world.
もうすぐ日が暮れますね。目的の場所というのはまだ遠いのでしょうか。
もう少しだ。
Yeah, I love Indian clothing. It's, yeah, exactly, colorful and vibrant and so interesting. Indian culture is really interesting to me, because we've also always kind of lived next to it. There's like a pretty big Indian culture in SoCal, or not culture, pretty big Indian population, like not huge, but sizable enough. And condensed in a certain area. So there's always been places where you can like go get Indian food, and there's always Indian people to talk to and stuff like that. It's always really cool. I've always had Indian people around in my life. And they have thankfully shared their wonderful Indian food with me, because I am a fat boy, and that's the first thing that I think about. God, he is being so broody. Ugh. Oh, sick. This is a level in Yomi.
こりゃすげえや。
うわ、すごく大きなお屋敷だね。ずいぶん
Alright.
古いようだけど。
New plan. We get Deli to be our best friend, and then we get to hang out in the castle.
吸血鬼一族の歴史は古く、各地に点在していたようです。
Oh yeah, this is the spooky mansion stage in the JRPG, right? Where there's a bunch of like trap doors and like ghosts and stuff, like the ghost mob mechanics. Alright, I'm assuming that we're getting into a schmaz right here with Deli, so I think this is probably as good a place as any to save. Even I have a feeling it's at the end of the chapter, but it's okay. We got through 2 chapters. We got through 2 chapters one time, and now it's, you know, we fall a bit short once or twice. It's not that big of a deal.